Hello, all. Last time, we broke the news to Felix about why we had really come to Mulhessen. And he took it as about as well as you would expect. We went back to the hallowed coin to get supplies and, I don't know, like maybe to see if, like the girl who worked there maybe was kind of into me. After thinking about it, and a second chance to really see what was going on, I don't think she was, or was she? No, I don't. No, she wasn't. Then we head to the university to meet Felix's dad, and he seemed not super enthusiastic about seeing Felix again.
Where we last left off, our brave adventurers traveled to the grand educational city of Mulhessen. Once in Mulhessen, they found their way to an inn, found their way to some shopping at the Hollowed Coin, where they came across a variety of interesting objects, none of which they purchased, but they were able to take a breather, take a break, refresh, and talk a little bit about their plans. This might have upset one of their party members, however, and the next day, when they traveled to Mulhessen College, the campus itself, to find Felix's parents, specifically his father, it was certainly an interesting experience. You traveled to his office. You were welcomed with open arms by his secretary before facing an interesting response from Alinar Solus, part frustrated, part relieved, part confused, before Alinar Solus was dragged off for important business by his colleague, Eloin Netherglim. Now, before he was dragged off, the entire party were invited to the Solus residence for the faculty party later that evening. And as the door closed behind Alinar's back and the office fell into silence, that is where we left off.
I did okay, right, guys? I didn't look like stupid or anything. And you can see he's like fiddling with his fingers and like picking at the skin.
Felix, trust me, you never look stupid.
Well, yeah, but he just seemed I don't know. I guess I understand. I guess he was busy and he had to get to a meeting, but I wanted to tell him about like all the things that I did and that we did. And I wanted to introduce him to you and you to him. And he just, I don't know. He seemed like he was really busy.
Yeah, he did. But it was good to meet him.
Yeah. Well, but we're gonna go to the party, so that's gonna be a lot of fun, and that's gonna go really well.
Yeah. Did you want to go say hey to your friend that someone mentioned? I think it was the receptionist or the other professor.
Oh yeah. She's supposed to be around here somewhere, isn't she?
You do recall she mentioned that she had sent young Sylvie off on a trip to the library, but should be back any minute now.
Well, maybe we could try going to the library and see if we can find her there.
That sounds good.
Okay. I spent a lot of time in the library, so I know where it is.
Lead the way.
Okay. I'm gonna go to the library.
Now, this is where I ask you which library. As you will recall, having grown up in Mulhessen College, there are several libraries in Mulhessen City, and there is not one that's particular to the college itself. the actual city has a library ward where you can find a variety of different institutions based on what subject you wish to study at the time.
Magic.
Magic?
Yep.
Yeah, that would be... Let me pull out library ward. So that would probably be the... there's the Verdant Archives, which does natural sciences and magics. There's the Chronicle of the Realms, which is not magic, my bad. And you likely are looking for... come on. Google. You are looking to go to the Obscurum. The Obscurum is the library of arcane sciences. You would know it as the place where you have spent actually much of your time. It is also the place for esoteric knowledge, for any information that you would likely want to find on anything of unique magical origins.
And if I had to guess, where do I think that Sylvie would have been? Just out of...
You would actually recall that Sylvie would probably be in the Library for Natural Sciences. Her mother is botany, and she and Sylvie took after that research. They're all very similar in area. If you choose to go to one and the other, they're kind of next to each other.
Yeah, he's gonna go to the Obscurum. At least lead the group to the Obscurum.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, as you... Oh, yes, Reese.
When we step out of his father's office, are those people still in the hallway that were down there when...
Mm-hmm. As you step into the hallway, you notice that it's mostly cleared out. There's obviously the secretary at the end of the hall at her desk, but she's a little bit around a corner, and you will also notice that Eleanor and Elowen have kind of disappeared from view. Their footsteps have long since faded.
So there's no one that can see us when we step out.
Roll a perception check for me.
Uh, 15.
15. Yeah, you don't see anyone in the immediate vicinity. There might be people around the corners if you wish to go investigate, but along this stretch of hallway, empty.
I'm gonna, before they head off to the library, I'm gonna grab whoever's in the back, whoever's not with Felix, the last or second to last person to leave, and just say, yeah.
Oh, yeah, who? Treos, Kai, which one of you would be closest to Felix? Or
I think I would.
All right, yeah, you can snag Treos as you go.
I've got Treos. I'll catch up to you guys. I'll just be a minute.
Everything okay?
Yeah, I just need a minute.
Okay, be safe.
And I'm just gonna kind of stand in the hallway, and once they're around the corner, I am gonna go up to Professor Netherglim's office, which is, if I remember correctly, locked.
It was, and it was. You can walk with them for a little bit because it was the next door, closer to the exit. So yeah, you can make your way down to the office. You'll see the foggy glass and the plate that says Elowen Netherglim. Sorry?
And I am going to attempt to pick the lock.
You can certainly try. Roll for lockpicking.
All these years, you think I'd know what that is?
It's going to be sleight of hand.
Okay. And I add proficiency because of thieves' tools, I believe.
Yes, you do.
That is a dirty, stinky, smelly, gross, disgusting 20.
Shit, yeah, absolutely. You are able to fit your lockpicks into the door, and you, keeping an eye on the hallway, manage to click it open, and the door just sort of...
And I'm going to, as soon as I step in there, I'm going to turn around, shut the door, and lock it behind me.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
And,
you shut it, you lock it. As you turn back around, you see a dark office. There doesn't seem to be any lighting. It's very neat and well kept. You see a small stack of books on the desk. The back of the desk looks out on a window that leans out on the first floor. And there's a bookshelf on the side. You can go to the desk, rifle around,
Yes.
whatever you so wish.
I am specifically looking for. I'm going to look through the desk, but I'm specifically looking for anything with that symbol on it and any letters of correspondence with names that I would recognize. With the exception of, like, I mean, I guess I'll look at the stuff if she has stuff with Felix's dad, but specifically with names that I would recognize from not like a week ago.
Yeah, you can head over to the desk. You see a stack of papers there, and your first instinct is, oh my goodness, that's amazing. But as you flip through them, you notice that they're actually just a collection of papers, of students' papers that she's been grading. A variety of grades ranging all the way from A to not even graded. But as you push those aside, you go to try one of the drawers, and you notice that all of the drawers seem to be locked.
I'll make my way through them.
All right. Yeah, roll a lockpick.
Not as great. 11.
11. I will say then that of the 4 drawers, you're able to get through 2 of them.
Okay.
And quickly open the 2 of them. One of them's a bottom drawer that as you open, you find a variety of supplies, pencils, other like quill pots, ink pots, etc. The other one, as you open it, you do find a pile of personal correspondences. As you flip through them, I'd like you to roll a history check for me to see if you recognize any of the names.
22.
22? Dang, okay, yeah. As you flip through them, you're able to recognize a variety of names, one of which does catch your eye at first, simply because it is the name that the second in command of the Bestiary Guild had given you. She told you that there was a contact in the city named Captain Martin Vike. And Martin Vike is, as you know, in charge of security for the city on the council. He is a very highly prominent figure within the city, and you just notice a variety of correspondences pertaining to disturbances within the city, pleading for better protection for the citizens, but also you notice an undercurrent of asking for leniency. That's all you're able to really pick apart from that, but it's very vague in terms and mostly just responding to her. The other name that does come up, obviously, you do see Alinar Solis's name there a couple of times. Mostly it's for co-authoring certain journals, certain articles, and you see another name that sticks out to you, a Dr. Harnwick Dromley. This one, you're not entirely sure why it rings in your head. If you hadn't rolled above a 20, you wouldn't have recognized it at all. But for some reason, it sounds familiar. And that's all you can tell. The letters are very innocuous, just conversations between colleagues. But the name just like niggles at the back of your brain, and you're not entirely sure why.
Do any of those letters have that symbol on the bottom of them?
None of them.
Okay. I will keep that name in the back of my mind. I will take Are there blank pieces of paper in here? Take a piece
You
of
do know
parchment.
a blank letterhead at the top of the desk.
Okay. Are there like multiple pieces of?
Yes, it's
Okay,
a little
okay,
stack
okay.
of paper underneath an empty ink pot.
I will take one of them, trace out that symbol, which I now have done multiple times.
Yes.
Fold it up,
Do
put
that
it in
very
my
well.
pocket, kind of put everything back the way it was, lock it back,
Mm-hmm.
and head out.
All right. As you head out, I would like you to roll a perception check to see. Actually, it's stealth for me to see if you can get out of there unseen.
Okay. Oh, I'm good at this. 23.
Yeah, your rolls are on fire tonight. You are able to quickly unlock the door, slip back out, and not only are you able to close the door behind you, but you're able to put your lockpicks back in, mess with the lock a bit until you hear it click locked again. So as you can slip down the hallway and follow your companions.
Yeah, I'll go catch up with them.
Before you catch up to them, let's follow what they've been doing while you were on your escapade. The three of you, as you walk out, Felix, you step out into the hallway and you see the secretary who gives you a nice nod and a smile, but she's busy chatting with what appears to be a small cluster of students around her desk. And you can step back out into the fresh mid-morning air.
Yeah, we're beelining it to the library. And as he goes, he's gonna actually pass. He'll probably pass the botany library and goes, and that's the botany library. That's probably where we should keep going.
Hey, do you want to go see her?
Well, no, I just wanted to. Can we go visit the observer room first?
Absolutely.
Thanks. I do. It's just, and he as he's walking, thanks, and then you get like the pause. I do. It's just sort of like, I kind of really want to go there right now.
Yeah. It's tough seeing people for the first time in a while.
Well, no, I didn't we were around and stuff, but like I got this letter when we were 4 or 5. Yeah.
Okay.
Felix, why are you avoiding your friend?
Oh, I'm not. I just really want to go to the magic library.
Well, I'm sure the library is open late with all these students. We can go see your friend if you don't want to.
But don't we have a party to go to tonight?
Yes, but I mean, we got a little time to slip through.
Yeah, but we can always. I have some things that I want to check out.
Okay then.
And then we can go see her. It'll be okay. I just have I got things I need to work on.
At this point, you hear hurried footsteps behind you, and you all turn around to see Reese quickly catching up to you all.
Did you trip back there or something? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I had to, adjust myself. I'm not
use the bathroom. That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to find in that because you have to take a couple. It's 3 lefts, and that makes no sense. But it's
yeah.
So weird. Well, I'm glad that you know where it is now, so you don't have to ask for it anymore.
Exactly. Yeah.
Anyway, we're gonna go to the observer room.
Yeah, as you make your way through the library ward, you see various students, professors, people of different ages hustling in and out of the buildings. You pass a couple of buildings that seem to be selling paper supplies or ink and quill supplies, etc. And eventually you all watch as Felix goes past what appears to be a grand building and turns down a dark alleyway afterwards. And Felix, you're very familiar with this walk. You step into this alleyway and make your way down to the end until you can almost see no more light. It's all blocked out overhead. And you're able to find a large, unadorned black door. Above it just says the words, The Obscurum.
Okay. Here we are. And I'd like to open the door and head on in.
Yeah, you aren't able to find the handle, but you knock in a complicated manner that you've memorized ever since you were a child, and the door, you see a rune on it start to pulse purple and glow, and then the door swings silently open. As you step into the Obscurum, this library specializing in arcane and esoteric knowledge, you see a large dark space that's illuminated by flickering violet candlelight. You see what appears to be stacks of bookshelves, but they're not laid out in long straight lines as the grander libraries of this ward are. They're all twisting and turning in strange ways. And as you step fully in, a figure peeks out from behind one of the bookshelves and says, "Can I help you with anything?"
Hi, it's me, Felix. Remember?
I'm sorry. I'm entirely new. Are you looking for a librarian, a curator? What can I do for you?
Oh no, I know this place pretty well.
Okay. Well, then you know the rules. Don't open any books without permission.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. All right.
Right. Yeah.
Whisper if you need any help.
Remember, guys, we're not supposed to be very loud in here. I've gotten kicked out for talking too loud before. So we have to be extra quiet. Okay.
Don't disturb the books, please.
Right.
Okay. Thank you. And you'll see the figure is going to slip back into the shelves.
Okay. So remember, we have to be extra quiet. And he's gonna go and start going somewhat quickly through the library.
Are you looking for anything in particular? Anyone in particular?
He is flitting between two different things. The first, actually, I guess three different things. Chaos magic, abjuration magic, and conjuration magic.
Okay. I will say roll an investigation check. You can have help if you so desire. Depends on what the rest of you all are doing. While Felix is trundling off into these bookshelves, what are the rest of y'all doing?
You said it was around midday or so right now?
I'd say it's around noon.
Okay. As I try to keep up with Felix, I kind of get lost in the turns he's taking around the shelving and kind of just get lost around, and I just start wandering, I guess, kind of the walls and some of the small aisles of everything.
Absolutely. It's a very labyrinthine layout. You can just kind of wander, and wherever you go, you hear a slight rustling on the bookshelves as you pass. That at first unnerves you, but then you realize it's just, for some reason, the books in the shelves seem to be moving with your presence, and you're able to weave your way through. Are you also looking for anything in particular, or just trying to get your bearings?
Looking for anyone familiar. I'm not exactly sure right now, but just anyone familiar, anyone that has features I've seen before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I will say you can also then roll an investigation check for me as you search these very difficult halls.
Okay. That is a 16.
A 16?
Mm-hmm.
As you make your way through the halls, you are not able to find anything in particular. Find anyone in particular, but at some point you're passing by one of the shelves and you notice a little piece of paper seem to be sticking out of them. And curious, and it technically doesn't count as opening a book, you're able to slip the paper out of the shelf and you see in a very familiar handwriting, just 2 a.m.
Okay. I just pocket the note. Anything special about the note besides the handwriting? No symbols, nothing about that?
No symbols, nothing about that. You do notice it seems to be the same handwriting as another note that you've recently received.
What book was it lodged in? Is that important?
It was between two books. One of them was a general history of the astrological connections of the standing stones in the area, and the other one seemed to be a much more specified case study of a specific set of standing stones.
Okay. I just kind of try and take a mental note of where those books are placed and see if I can catch up with the group and find where they went.
Yeah, absolutely. You can definitely take your mental note, even just take a look and make sure that you can see which books, which section you're on, and then go back and try and find your group. The rest of you, as Treos wanders and Felix wanders, are Reese, are you doing anything? Kai, are you doing anything?
I'm just trying to keep up with Felix.
Yeah.
Not that I know much about anything that's going on in here, but I will also look for books about chaos magic.
Okay, I would say that's probably going to help Felix in his search, which reminds me, Felix, what did you roll?
I rolled a 21. Let's see if I can do any better.
Yeah.
Nope, that's worse. That's a 19.
Hey, 21's still amazing. Yeah, you are able to find your way to what appears to be the as much as you can make the comparison, almost the astrology and occult section of an occult library. So it's almost the pseudo occult of this library. You're not entirely. Everything here talks as if they're talking about myths or talking about ancient beliefs that no longer exist or we've proven to be untrue, etc. But you do find yourself in a section with various books with the words chaos magic in the title. Most of them, it's in a long list of exploring the ancient beliefs of the people who lived here, from chaos magic to ancient beasts, whatever. But you are able to find a couple of books that seem to be more general treatises by lesser believed scientists of the modern day and arcanists of the modern day about chaos magic.
Is chaos magic in you here?
Chaos magic in you is here.
Excellent. That's kind of what he gravitates toward immediately. Those who are following him would probably see there's almost that for a moment has been gone, but a light in his eye has almost returned when he's in the library looking through books. Now, I have to ask, because he's definitely done it before, what happens when you open books that without talking to the librarian? Because it's 100%. I know it's happened before.
It has 100% happened before. And Felix will recall a particular moment where he happened to open a book in the wrong section of the library. And he will recall these books seem to almost react to human presence. So as he would pull it off the shelf, the actual book itself would light up a rune or something along the lines in the bookshelf. And as you recall, you don't know the inner workings of this, it would call a librarian / security to your location.
You can see his hand resting on the book.
You feel the book shiver under your touch.
Oh, he's gonna use detect magic.
As you flash your eyes, this entire building seems to be almost overwhelmingly imbued with magic. Every single school of magic, except for chaos. You see the runes that glow on the walls. You see threads running along all of the bookshelves, almost as if the actual barrier is not, the detecting system is not in the books itself, but a thin invisible shield that's going to detect if a book passes that shield. You also notice that several of the books themselves are glowing, not necessarily the ones in the chaos magic section, but you can see spots along the bookshelves. This is a very coveted space for knowledge because these are dangerous and sometimes very volatile spells and magic in this library. Hence why they do tell you to wait for a librarian to pull out these books. If you wish to test it, you can.
He thinks for a moment long and hard. Okay, so how packed tight are these books?
Squished in there, but relatively snug.
So I couldn't shove the books aside if I put my hands in it.
You probably could not.
Okay.
You can find an inch or two here or there, but you can't just
Sure.
clear a space.
Yeah. He's gonna there's gonna be a serious part where he's just sitting there for a moment before he goes, okay, and he's gonna go trot off to find someone.
Yeah, you can trot off to find someone. You actually hear murmured voices in the next aisle, and you're able to go see who it is. You see two robed figures standing there, just sort of discussing in hushed tones, the typical hushed tones of the Obscurum. And one of the figures looks up and acknowledges you, then looks up again. Felix, what are you doing here?
Oh, well, sorry. I didn't mean to be so loud. But he's like definitely like whispering at like a normal voice. Like it's but I have a list, and it's going to be every book that he found on all three of the subjects, whatever it is.
Yeah. You will see as this you will now recognize him as Curator Draven Korvash, a taller tiefling male with crimson skin and short curling horns. He gestures towards the other curator and just goes, we'll discuss later. Yes, Felix, let me see that list. I'll see what I can find you. If you would like to go, would you like to come with me? Or you can wait by one of the tables and I will bring them over.
I can wait at one of the tables. I'll wait at the table that I usually sat at.
Excellent. Yes. It's empty as usual, so.
Okay.
We've missed you these long 2 years, has it been?
Yeah, about.
Oh, well, it's been quiet without you here.
Yeah. It's always so quiet in here. It's like, how do you guys concentrate, you know? And as he starts walking over, presumably to go get the books, Felix starts to follow him by talking before going, okay, right. The table, right? Over.
Yes,
it's still over there?
I'll bring them right over. Yes, right over there.
And he's been getting gradually louder as he's been...
Right over there? Yeah. And you see, Reese and Kai, you see as the curator sort of steps out of you back in the direction you came from. At this point, you do also see Treos come out from the end of one of the other stacks, and you're all able to follow Felix over to a table. As you wait there for a moment, you can talk among yourselves, you can do your own thing, sit and think. But eventually, Curator Draven does come out with a heavy stack of books. The main one on top is Chaos Magic in You, at which he just sort of gives it a look and looks at you and slides it over. And then the next one you will see reads The Swirl and the Spark, a foundational treatise on chaos magic. The next one is Threading the Unraveled, Rituals of the Chaos Veil. And finally, My Lover, the Storm, a memoir of chaos magic and worst decisions.
Is there at that point, can I also ask, I'll go, also, anything you have on abjuration magic, or it doesn't have to be anything, but it could just be like some of the things that you have on abjuration magic. I think that's pretty interesting. And also conjuration magic would be interesting as well, please. Thank you.
We'll see what I can do. However, as you know, we have over 30,000 titles here. There's
right.
If you could narrow it down a bit for me.
General. So
I'll get you some of the 101 courses.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. I will be right back. And he hustles off again.
Felix is already nose deep into chaos magic in You. And there's almost there's almost a sense of familiarity, and he just looks relaxed. But he's speed reading through it.
You all see as Felix is flipping through it quickly. I will say you have, depending on when you want to interrupt him or his focus ability, probably a couple hours before he does finish the chaos magic in You. If you would like to do something, if you would like to hustle him along, I leave it up to you all.
But what time is it?
It's about, I'd say at this point, it's about a little after noon, maybe reaching 1 in the afternoon. You will recall the dinner was said to be around sunset, 7 p.m.
he's probably going to be flitting back and forth between books, trying to find consistencies within them, trying to see like what he can pick out as not factual, but also using his own knowledge that he's gained, but also like just looking to see consistent things that appear, consistencies within the chaos, if you will.
I will say you are able to definitely pick out differences in the books and in what they define as chaos magic. Some of them, like Chaos Magic in You, seems to be a lot more of a self-help, self-improvement guidebook with a bend on the theory that every single humanoid soul and just living soul has a bit of chaos magic in it. That is most of what you're able to get from that. The next one up on the more fact than fiction one is the Threading the Unraveled Rituals of the Chaos Veil. This one talks a lot more about chaos magic as a fringe religion of sorts, as something to worship and to develop rituals around. It has several mytho-magic tales about the origin of chaos magic, the chaos god Rohrmar, where he went, what's going on, and it spews several different wild theories. It's a lot more out there. The next one is the My Lover the Storm, a memoir of chaos magic and worse decisions. As you start to flip through this one, you are able to catch sight of a few adult mentions in it. I don't know how comfortable Felix would be with that, but
what is a quivering member?
Reese is going to like, if Felix is not holding the book, Reese is gonna like close it. And, like,
yeah, you can go.
Yeah, that's that's enough of that. And he's gonna like close like one like couple fingers on each side of the book, just kind of close it, like pull it out of his hands.
But what is it? Because they weren't talking about like organizations or anything like that. So
Yeah,
I don't know what member could be referring to.
Well, Kyle will tell you about it, and then Reese is gonna get up and walk away. He's gonna go try and find where the book was and put it back on the shelf.
yeah, you can, as you try and pull it away, you actually notice as Curator Draven just sort of ambles up with a stack of Abjuration, Conjuration, Magic 101 books, and he just sees that and he's like, oh, are you finished with that? I'm happy to put it back for you. Thank you. I did wonder what he wanted with it, but it's not our job as curators to judge, plus he's grown older, and he's gonna hustle back into the stacks. Now, the final book that you find Felix, is The Swirl and the Spark, a foundational treatise on chaos magic. This seems to be in a much more academic tone. It was written by a scholar who passed away 10, 20 years ago, but it's a very controversial work because it's considered to be complete bogus. But as you flip through it, you're able to see that there seems to be a level of analysis to it that's very reminiscent of the actual scientific journals in the rest of your experience. So you're welcome to flip through it more, and I can tell you a little more about it if you'd like, but
how does it line up with my experience? Like Felix, what Felix has actually seen of chaos magic, the things he's confirmed as chaos magic through his vision.
It's definitely one of the most of all of the books, this one recognizes chaos magic the most as something that genuinely cannot be predicted, cannot be controlled, is an entirely unpredictable force. And that is very in line with what you have experienced before. That being said, it does have a section talking about how it seems like there was once a practice of predicting and controlling it, tying that to certain stones and standing stone structures, which is really what catches your eye. There's this section talking about the history of the standing structures, the runes of it, marking them down as interesting, but not coming up with any solid conclusions about their connection to chaos magic, simply that the author thinks there might be.
Okay. I don't know if this exists or not, but was there ever like I know a lot of like college libraries have copiers. Is there some sort of magical or mechanical way to photocopy in parentheses pages?
There is a human who you will recall there is a desk staffed with usually a slightly harried looking student on a part-time job who can sit down and write out any pages you wish copied. It does, depending on the job, take up to a couple days, depending on how much you want it copied.
I will take the book, start ambling my way over to the poor, hapless student. Hi.
Hi.
I have
Hi,
this.
Yes.
So can you copy? And he's just going to start listing a lot of different pages, all pertaining, like especially the stones, and some of the more like analytical, like specific sections that are, you know, more helpful than others.
As you start rattling off these numbers, at some point she's like, why don't you just write down the numbers for me and I'll get to it. It seems like it's, oh, thank you. Oh, wow, okay. I would say come back in 2 days.
Guys, are we going to be here for 2 days?
I can expedite it for an extra price.
Right. Oh, right. How much was it?
Well, this many, that's gonna be 10 gold. If you want to double that, I can get it to you by tomorrow.
How long are we gonna be here?
We don't know, Felix.
Because I need to know if I'm gonna spend 10 more gold or not.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, that's why I was asking.
I'm gonna look at Reese and Treos and just like see if they're thinking anything or just letting me handle this on my own.
I mean, we're here for a day at least.
So,
you know what? These prices are for like our highly in demand books because those are usually the ones that are getting copied. I can bump it down to like 15 gold if that's better.
For 2 days? Oh, deal. Or 1 day? Yeah, deal.
Awesome. I would like whoever's up there with Felix to roll an insight check for me.
I guess that's me. Ooh. Insight? 18.
18, you said?
Yes.
Yeah, you are easily able to you're able to tell that she is kind of pulling one over. The price isn't maybe as high as it's supposed to be, but she's very happy to do the job and very happy to have the 15 gold to do it.
Lovely.
Wow. They
I'm not
never
gonna say
give it to me
anything.
that cheap.
Yeah. All right, yeah, you pass it over and you see as she actually pushes aside a large pile of her own of what she had been working on and starts to take the book and starts to copy things down on a new page. She pockets the 5 of the gold and slips the rest into a coin drawer at her side.
So when's the party again? And what time is it? I stopped paying attention when I was reading.
We had is the dinner the same thing as the party? Because we got invited to dinner, and then they were like, "Oh wait, there's the party tonight." Right?
You will recall it is a dinner party. It's a faculty dinner party.
That's right. Okay. Think about sundown, Felix.
And where's the sun
Dinner
right now?
time. Well, we've been in here for a while. I don't know. Let's go outside. Let's get some fresh air.
Oh, but I still have all these.
I know you're really enjoying it in here, and you're doing a lot of great research for us. But let's just go outside and just breathe for a little bit, okay?
But I made him go and get all those books.
We'll go outside for 5 minutes, get some fresh air, look at the sun, and come right back in and study.
You guys can do that, and then I'll be in here. And I'm gonna go sit down.
I will walk
Felix,
outside.
if it's close to sundown, we're gonna come back in and get you.
Okay. Yeah.
Alright.
Do you think we need to dress up for the party?
Yeah, I think your dad mentioned something about that.
Oh. So this apron won't do?
You might want something a little more classy.
Yeah. I guess acid stains don't really show off how nice it is.
They look cool though.
Yeah, I guess so. It's really, oh man. I haven't looked at how beat up this thing is. You know, when I got it, it was brand new. Well, it was used, but it was only lightly used.
You will also
Do you have
notice some brand new blood stains across it from your various exploits over the course of the last couple weeks.
Do you have any?
He specifically is looking at the part where it got pierced by a crossbow bolt.
Do you have any nicer clothes at your house?
Oh, I don't know. I did. In my room.
Okay. Well, we can.
So maybe we
can
just go early.
we can do that, or we can go and try and find you a new outfit.
Well, I mean, my dad would probably like to see me in like my old clothes, right?
Yeah.
So, I guess there's no need to buy anything, especially with Kai being so. He needs the money.
Yeah. Well, we'll leave you here. We'll go outside, see what the sun is. If it's not too far down, we'll go pick out some outfits for us, and we'll come back and get you before the party.
All right, sounds good.
Okay.
And I'll be deep in research while they're doing whatever they're doing.
And you can go back to your research. You see as the curator comes back with a couple more books and chats with Felix a bit as you all walk away. You make your way back down the alley towards the open square that is the library ward. And are you leaving the ward to find clothes? Are you looking for food? What are you all looking to do with your day? And or we can time jump if you would prefer that.
Well, what time is it about when we leave the library?
I'd say it's about early afternoon, so 2-3-ish in the afternoon.
So we have about 2-3 hours before the start of before we have to be at the dinner.
Yes.
Okay. I guess we need to go shopping.
Yeah, we got some stuff to talk about during that. Felix. His dad's an asshole.
He
Yeah.
seems rather focused on his studies, and his companions rather than his own.
He seems pathetic.
I mean, he's not happy to see his son. I think that man would rather go the rest of his life without seeing the face of his son. We can't leave him with that.
When you when you say that, Reese just kind of goes like deadpan. His eyes kind of just look straight down to the ground, and he's just not gonna say anything else for however long this conversation goes on.
He isn't gonna grow. He's not gonna learn much staying around here. He's doing that all on his own. Like, you see how he is in the library. It's not like he's gonna get any better.
As you all share looks with pedestrians passing and the sun beating down on you, you come to these realizations, and you can continue this conversation. Don't let me stop you. But as we do go, I will say to find any sort of clothes, you would have to leave the ward and head on out. Are you moving as you're talking, or are you just talking in the middle of this square right now?
I think moving while we're talking.
But talking quietly, because we are talking about a well-known or semi-well-known figure within the city, I assume. So trying not to mention names specifically, or locations that people may be able to easily identify.
And if one of us had multi-class in the rope, we could speak in Thieves' Cant.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that would be ideal.
I will try and not get a nice suit while we're out shopping, but something that's not quite business casual, just something that's not sweaty, dirty adventuring clothes that I have not washed in an undisclosed amount of time.
Able to find something? Would you prefer something secondhand? Would you prefer something new?
Probably secondhand.
I will say secondhand for the widest variety of clothes. The hollowed coin is the best known for that. But you can also easily find another secondhand shop somewhere else.
No, I will go to the hollowed coin.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go back to the hollowed coin. As you walk in, you don't see the same attendant from the other day, but you are able to hail down another attendant, and they're going to come up to you. Yes. Can I help you?
Yeah. Just shopping for clothes.
Yes, we have work clothes, we have other clothes. Well, we have nice clothes upstairs, work clothes downstairs. If you're looking for the kids section, that's all the way in the back there. Whatever you need.
All right, thank you.
Absolutely. And you gentlemen, can I help you with anything else?
We're with them.
Well, enjoy your shopping.
Would, in my general knowledge, know the appropriate attire? Is this business casual? Is this business formal? Is this wedding suit tie? Is this button down
Business
khakis?
formal. It is a nice champagne dinner party sort of thing. It's not black tie by any means, but everyone is going to be either in their academic robes or in their nicer clothes, nicer robes, etc. You're able to locate however many outfits that you would so desire that would fit either any of you. It is kind of a department secondhand store, so there's something for everyone. And I would say that would probably run you about 5 silver for the outfits.
Also, while we're there, I don't exactly know where to look or what I'm looking for, but guesstimating Felix's size, would I be able to find an apron that would fit him?
Yeah. Aprons are going to be in the work section.
Okay.
But you're able to find an apron that would fit a 14-year-old boy. Absolutely.
Okay. I will also pick up one of those. A new, if they have new ones, that's what I'm looking for.
They have mostly new ones. This is a glorified pawn shop, but for another 2 silver, you can get a mostly new, very nice white leather apron.
Okay, perfect. I'll pick up that as well.
And Treos, are you also getting any clothes here? Are you okay with what you're wearing?
I mean, how kind of how dusty and dirty is like the clothes I have on right now? Because it's been through a good bit, to say the least.
It has, I will say, just as a general knowledge for all of you, when you are traveling, I'm going to assume in your supplies, when it says that you have traveler's clothes, it probably comes with multiple sets of traveler's clothes, etc. Or if you have nice clothes, or if you have noble's clothes, etc., you're going to have at least 2 pairs of those clothes in your pack. So you can switch things off, you can change into things, dust things off. So what you have is upkeepable.
Okay. I think I'm fine as is.
Yeah, and you can go to the counter, buy your things, reject once again 3 million more attempts to get you to join the rewards program. But you eventually head back out. At this point, it's probably getting around 4 or 5-ish in the evening. And you can head back to the library ward, where you would find Felix still clustered over the same ever-growing pile of books. You see he's moved on from the books that you had seen him with, and now the curator has brought him a whole new set of books that he's skimming and flipping through.
Felix found anything interesting? And his trail just looks in confusion as the stack of books to his eyes just seem to keep growing and growing and growing.
Okay, so this rune right here, that one is like a base rune of abjuration magic, right? So like that kind of is how you like start building your spells, and then the spells kind of like start to build off from that. It's kind of like potion making, because you're throwing in all these little words and phrases and stuff, or like, oh, sometimes you need like special like equipment, like to make different like spells work, like, or you can have like a staff or a wand, or sometimes druids use like leaves and stuff, and that's how you, and orbs, don't forget about orbs, like my dragon orb, but my dragon orb obviously isn't an orb anymore, and he's gonna just start spouting.
I'm just nodding my head in agreement with an even more severe look of confusion, like
But he's going to end it with, so basically, I'll be able to do like all these things now. I promise. I'll be so useful.
That, oh Felix.
I just need to grab an orb or a wand or a staff or something.
Felix, you're very, very useful.
I know, I'm gonna be, I promise.
No, Felix, you are already very useful.
And I can protect you guys like you protect me. And I can get more friends.
You think Elliot's gonna be jealous?
No. Who would be jealous of more friends?
You're right, yeah. Do you still got more books you gotta pull for tonight? It's getting pretty close to dark right now.
Well, and he's gonna look over at the ever-growing stack. So I finished those, but he kind of took away like half of them. Well, I didn't really finish them because I I'd start reading it and then I'd get bored or distracted, and so then I'd go on to the next one. But I've got a pretty good understanding if I've cobbled it all together now.
Okay. Is it more simplified than what you just previously told me earlier?
That was the simplified version. I can go into more detail if you want.
How about you write that down in a book? Not right now. but in the future, okay?
Write a book?
Yeah.
Oh boy. I've never done that before. Well, I tried one time, but I kept restarting it. So I have a bunch of chapter 1s.
Well, if you got a bunch of chapter 1s, just slap the chapters together. You get a full book.
Oh. Maybe we can find it. I kept it under my bed.
Oh, okay. Well, speaking of back that, Reese, did you have a gift for Felix?
Yeah. He's gonna reach, like, fumble around in his bag real quick before pulling out the apron that he had just purchased.
You just thought it was fitting.
It's amazing. How'd you find it? And he's gonna start inspecting like all of the workmanship of it.
It was just when we went looking for clothes. There was one up on the shelf, and I thought it would fit you. And
This is like gotta be the greatest apron ever.
I'm glad you like it.
Would it be inappropriate to give you a hug?
No, that's okay.
Felix is gonna stand up and go give you a hug.
Okay, it's gonna be like an awkward, like,
Yeah.
pat. We should probably head over to your house, get you all dressed up, and
Right.
we gotta get dressed for the
Oh,
party.
Well, we should probably go find you a place to get changed then. Let's go.
I mean, okay. Well,
Oh, right. We have to find a place first.
yeah. Well, we could always. Can we not just go to your house and, like, go?
Oh, right. Yeah,
There.
that makes sense because I still have to change.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll be excited if we turn up early.
Yeah, I mean, we just, a little early to get ready and make sure we're presentable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'll start heading to his house, along with everyone else in tow, I assume.
Yeah, you can start making your way to the Solus residence. As you step through the streets, you will notice the sun is starting to get lower. It's not quite sunset, still about an hour out. But you're able to make your way to the residential ward, specifically to the large 3-story townhouse that the Solus family calls their home. Specifically, that Mulhessen College gifts to the assistant headmaster of Eleanor Solus's position. At this point, you're able to make your way up the steps to the townhouse. You, Felix, see the grand double oak doors that lead to your childhood home. You're overcome with a wave of nostalgia, but also a little something else. And the rest of you take in this large building nestled between a long row of large, grand, ornate buildings. And as Felix raises his hand to knock on the door, that is where we are going to take our break for today.